volume profile is a ridiculously profitable indicator. Unlike every other indicator on your chart, which just reorganizes price action, volume profile shows you where real money actually changed hands, where buyers and sellers moved real size. And that tells you where the market is moving next with uncanny accuracy. But there's a huge problem no one talks about. How do we trade when we're at all-time highs or when we've hit fresh lows? Because volume profile shows you the volume for the price that's currently on your chart in the short term. And that's great for using recent volume as accurate entries and targets. But what about when the price moves outside of this short-term range? What if the last support or resistance is really far away, so we can't get the accurate volume for that price point? As soon as any of these happen, the strategy basically collapses. How can you use the volume profile when there is no volume? And no one really has a serious solution for it. Everything is just a band-aid, until now. Because there's actually a way to read the market perfectly in these situations. And once that clicks, you can trade the volume profile cleanly in any environment, no matter what happens. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. And by the end of it, the situations that used to collapse your entire strategy will become the clearest trades on your chart. Let's get into it. Now, I cover exactly how the volume profile works in my other videos, which I'll link here for you to watch later. But the quick version is this. The volume profile shows you how much volume was traded at each price level. And this is invaluable information to us because it tells us exactly where there was a large amount of buying and selling volume with precision. You might be able to look at a regular candlestick chart and see where there's more activity or less activity depending on how the candles move. So if you see an area of consolidation, you might think there's more volume there, and if you see an area where the price spiked, you might think there's less volume there. And you could be right, but you're ultimately just guessing. To get the precise levels where we have the most volume and where the most money exchanged hands, we need to look at the volume by price. Once we have that, it all comes down to one concept: liquidity. The market is always searching for liquidity. Think about what that actually means. For any trade to happen, you need a buyer and a seller, and the market can only function where enough of both exist. So price is constantly gravitating toward wherever the most buyers and sellers are sitting. And that's the high volume nodes. That's where all the prior activity happened. And that history doesn't disappear. It stays anchored to that price level. So when the price comes back, all that interest is still there waiting. Now, the low volume nodes are the opposite. Barely anyone traded there. There's no real interest compared to the high volume nodes, so the price usually just flies right through those areas. And what that means is the market is always being pulled from one HVN to the next. It hangs around a level, uses the liquidity, and then has to go find more. And the only place it can find more is the next HVN, so that's how you'd usually trade it. Identify where the liquidity is, confirm the direction, and follow the price to its next destination. But there's a problem here. What if there's no next high volume node? What happens when you're trading in an area, and it suddenly leaves that area where there isn't any volume? Most traders will shut down here. The whole framework they've been using suddenly has no data to work with. Because if the strategy is built around finding liquidity, what do you do when there isn't any? Well, here's the thing you need to understand about how the market actually moves. The market doesn't just randomly wander around looking for liquidity. It has a very specific rhythm to it. I mean, it literally behaves the same way over and over again in a very specific pattern. It finds a high volume node. It hangs around there for a while. Buyers and sellers are doing business. Volume is stacking up. Price is kind of just chopping sideways. And then at some point, one side wins. The liquidity at that level gets depleted, and the price has to move. So you get this constant cycle. HVN to LVN to HVN to LVN. Load up, deplete, move, load up again, over and over. And once you start seeing it, you genuinely can't unsee it. It's everywhere. Every time frame, every market, every session. Now, why does this matter for our problem? Because when price breaks into a zone with no volume, a fresh all-time high, a new low, or somewhere outside your visible range, people think the framework breaks down, but it doesn't. It actually explains exactly what's happening. At every high-volume node, the price is at an equilibrium. We have a large number of buyers and sellers. The price will range and move randomly at this price point. And it will continue doing so until either buying overwhelms selling or selling overwhelms buying. Let's say it's buying overwhelming selling in this case. Enough buying volume came in to overwhelm selling volume and fill all the sell orders. Now we're moving through a low volume area, which means there aren't enough sell orders to slow down the buying volume. And as a result, buyers cut through this area very quickly. Then finally, once we reach the next high volume node, we get lots of profit taking from the original buyers, which slows down buyer momentum and adds selling pressure. We also get much more selling volume, which adds selling pressure. So we get lower buying pressure and higher selling pressure, and we're once again at a buyer and seller equilibrium. Now, once we're at this point and we've discovered the market's rhythm, then we can just repeat it again and again. So if buyers are winning at this equilibrium once again and want to continue higher, we can know exactly where they end up. Even though we're at all-time highs, they're going to repeat the same process. Buying volume will increase, they'll move higher quickly, and eventually we start seeing some more profit taking and more sellers coming in, which will reset the balance. We don't even need volume profile once we've found the market rhythm. So the rhythm is your framework. The volume profile is your precision tool. Together they tell you the full picture. And that's why this solves the problem completely. Because even at all-time highs, even in fresh lows, even when the profile runs out, the rhythm doesn't. The market is still doing the same thing it always does. Buyers push, exhaust, sellers come in, and equilibrium resets, over and over. So you're never actually flying blind. You just need to know what to look for. And the beautiful thing is that rhythm never lies. Every single move has a starting point and an ending point, a place where the balance tips and a place where it resets. And those points, where one side finally overwhelms the other, that's what we call supply and demand zones. And now that you understand that, the liquidity, the rhythm, and the buyer and seller mechanics behind it, I'm going to show you exactly how to trade it on a real chart. By the way, if you want to go beyond just understanding this and actually build a consistently profitable system around it, that's what my mentorship is for. We cover everything. The full framework, the exact levels I'm trading, direct access to me whenever you need it, and a community of traders all running the same system. Everything you need in one place. Link is below if you're interested. Now what we're seeing here is the price mostly range bound. It was previously in an uptrend, but it's now stuck in a range. This is a great time to bring out the volume profile, right? You have tons of data nearby that'll tell you where buyers and sellers were accumulating at their strongest points. For this specific volume profile, I'm using the Visible Range Volume Profile, or VRVP, and this will show all the volume by price for whatever is visible on the chart. I just changed the row size from the standard 24 to 200, and you can do that in the indicator settings. But of course, trading this only works if you're looking for a short-term trade within these nodes, so a quick long or short here would work, but it won't do much beyond that. The issue is, if you opened up your chart right now and assessed the market, you'd realize that we're bullish and consolidating. There's a very real possibility that the market breaks and continues higher. Now, if you go on your chart and look in the past, you'll realize that there aren't many previous highs or any market structure at all nearby. And if you were using the volume profile like a beginner here, you'd be stuck. You'd either not trade or you'd rely on some other weird method which doesn't align with the rest of your system anyway. But you don't need to do any of that. You can use the volume profile exactly as intended, as long as you know the market's rhythm and know where to project the price. Now, to track the market's rhythm, we just need to measure approximately how much it moves from one consolidation point to another, or basically the distance between one high volume node and another. And if we look here, we see that the price had multiple strong rejections. Every time the price dropped to this point, buyers took over and ran the price back up. That also aligns with this high volume area. It has a lot of volume and liquidity, so buyers had enough volume to push the price back whenever it got there. We also see around these highs that whenever the price got to that level, it was rejected by sellers. They rejected every attempt, which makes this a stronghold. We also see the heavy volume on the volume profile, so that's how we establish the market rhythm. On this specific asset, which is the ES, the market moves in 20 to 30 point increments. We can see that even in previous moves. Look at this point where the volume is high, and you'll see that even here the price is 20 to 30 points away from its previous move. And that's really all you need when it comes to volume profile. You can just remove it from your chart afterward. So let's say you're bullish, given that we're in an uptrend and you're looking for a break here. Since you have no volume above, you don't have a high volume node to reference as a target, and don't know exactly where the price is going to stop or consolidate or even reverse. So what do you do here exactly? Do you just exit really early because you're scared of a reversal? You'll leave a bunch of profit on the table. You don't have a high volume node, but here's the thing, no one else does either. We're all in the same sandbox. The only difference is you have market rhythm, so you're not going in blind. You know how the market tends to move based on previous high volume nodes. All you need to do is measure around 25 points above your entry. Once you have that, you know where to target, and you can calmly enter that trade. Now the price ran up to that target, then reversed and dropped lower. So you were able to capitalize on the move without being too early or too late. And that's how simple trading can be once you master rhythm with the volume profile. We see here that even after we drop, the market still respects those 20 to 30 point increments and keeps moving at that pace. Now, I took this a step further and created a full system out of this one concept known as the LCE model. I map out these increments with the volume profile, and they function as permanent entry and exit points. Actually, I'll link some videos here showing back tests of this on the ES so you can see for yourself. And if you're ready to take this a step further, be sure to check out the mentorship below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.